class, and today y'all voted for a intense leg and core hip class. So we're going to start with a little bit of core exercises. Let me move y'all back just a touch here. All right, there we go. For this class, all you'll need is your reformer. I am going to use the weight in some of the exercises, so I recommend if you have a heavy weight or whatever your heaviest weight is to grab it. If you don't, you can still do all these exercises without the weight. But to start today, we're going to warm up with some core work. Again, this is going to be lots of legs, hips, and core today. We're going to one red, one blue spring. Make your way down onto your back. We're going to start with a Pilates Reformer Classic, the hundreds. All right, so all the way down onto your back. Let's reach up, grab your straps. Arms are going to come straight up to the ceiling. For your hundreds, you can keep knees over the hips, legs straight up, or legs out at 45 degrees, whatever feels best for you today. Arms up. Let's start knees over the hips. Take a deep breath in. When I say go, we're going to lower our hands and start. So big inhale again. And go. Crunch up and pump those arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 2, 3, 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. 2, 3, 4, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. 2, 3, 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 2, 3, 4, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. All the way down. All right. Let's put those straps down. Quick little rock of the knees side to side. We'll do just a little bit of ab work to warm us up. And then from here, we're going to go ahead into our first exercise where you could utilize your weight. We're coming into a single leg bridge. So I want you to put all springs on, then grab your weight and make your way down onto your backs. All right. So once you're down, let's grab your weight. Or if you have a pair of dumbbells, you could use a pair of dumbbells. I'm using a 30-pound kettlebell today, so quite a lot here. We're going to do some single leg bridging. I'm going to start with my right heel on the foot bar beneath my right hip. I'm going to hold the weight with both hands to start, and eventually I can probably switch to one on top of that right hip. Left knee is just going to float over hip. When we're ready, we're keeping that carriage still. Press through that heel, lift those hips up to the ceiling here. You can adjust your weight there and then lower down. Again, if you're using dumbbells, you could just stack the dumbbells on top of that right hip. But today's reformer class is another reformer strength, and we're utilizing heavy weights, heavy spring here to really focus on muscle building. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All the way down. All right. So switching sides. Bring that weight over. Again, resting over the left hip. Left heel is going to be down on the foot bar below the left hip. Right knee is floating over hip. Same thing. When you're ready, big lift and lower. Think really squeeze into that left butt cheek, trying to lift that hip up so it comes in line with our knee and shoulder. Three more. 3, 2, 1. And last one. Good. All the way down. Quick little rock of those knees, left to right, right to left here. All right, so again, quick little break here, and then we're going into another round of that. Always want to give at least probably about 30 seconds in between these sets. We're trying to work at a lot heavier pace. If you are not using any spring, you can move a little faster through the video. Go ahead and start your next set. But if you're doing this kind of strength training, like I am utilizing heavy weights, you're going to want your breaks. So when we're ready, again, right heel is going to come down. Left knee is going to float over our hip. Again, nice big breath in. Same thing, 15 reps. Lift up and lower down. Utilize that breath. Big exhale to lift. One more. And all the way down. All right. Again, switch that weight over the left hip. Left heel is down on that foot bar. You can utilize both hands to stabilize your weight, or if you can, just one hand down while you stabilize with that left. And big lift and lower. Good. 4 more. We got this. Last one. And all the way down. Ooh, all right. Again, set your weight down to the side or let it rest on your stomach if that's all right for you there. Little break for about 30 seconds, or again, anywhere from like 5 to 8 breaths if you don't have a timer. All right. And the reason why we give ourselves these breaks is to let that energy build back up in our muscles. Our muscles use, or all of our cells use ATP, which is our energy source, and that's what we're using here to really help drive those hips up. So we gotta let that ATP build back up in those muscle cells. All right. So again, let's go another round. Weight over that right hip, right heel on that foot bar. Try to keep the carriage as still as you can. Big exhale to drive the hips up. Slowly come down. 4 more here. Last one. Whoa. And all the way down. All right, switching sides. I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling that hamstring, that glute warm up here. Although they're probably past warm for me actually. So left heel down when you're ready. Big lift and lower. 3 more. Last one. And all the way down. All right. So let's set that weight off. We're going to make our way up to seated for a moment. And let's go down now. We're going to go into some more ab work, probably to about 2 reds. Grab my water here real quick. We're coming into a dead bug series on the reformer. So this is all about stabilization of our spine, really using our core muscles as we extend our leg to keep our low back from arching off our carriage. Again, in that little 30-second break period here. So take your time getting back down into your position. And again, we're on 2 reds, which is probably a little heavier than most use when doing our hands and strap series. But I want to go a little bit heavier so that we really engage through our upper body to lock those shoulders down. And again, then we use our abs to stabilize while we extend our legs. Now you could use the big loops like they are, or I actually like to grab up around my loops even more here. From here, we want to exhale, press the low back down into the carriage, float both knees over your hips here. First round, we're starting with our most basic version. 1 leg at a time, we're going to extend long and pull back in while keeping that low back flat or imprinted into our carriage here. And just notice if your ribs are flaring up. We don't want to do this and flare our ribs. We want to keep those ribs down here as we go through this motion. One more each side. And all the way down. Again, little rock, those knees side to side, little break here. Again, while we're on our break, the form is holding those straps straight up over our chest. We don't want them over our shoulders. You want to pull down, straps right over our chest. We're pressing that low back down, pulling these ribs down, and we're extending our legs out and in. Now, this next version we're going to do, we're going to take it up a notch. If you feel good, we're going to extend both legs out and in. And again, if you feel your low back lift, we want to, again, engage our core to press it down. You might even kick a little bit higher with your legs to try to keep your low back down. So when you're ready, again, grab those straps, arms up to the ceiling over our chest. So you've got tension on the ropes. Float the knees over the hips. Press that low back down nice and tight. Big inhales. We extend our legs out and back in. Inhale out. Exhale in. And notice again, when I pull my legs in as well, I'm trying to stop them over our hips, not pull them up past our hips. It's going to keep a little tension on that core the entire time. One more. And all the way down. Again, little rock of the knees side to side, and a little break for our abs as we go into our next round. So first round was single leg, next round was both legs, bending and unbending at the knee. This round is going to feel a little easier again. We're going to go straight legs up to the ceiling, lowering one leg and lifting back up. And again, we'll alternate the leg that does that before we go into our final round, which will be both legs, lift and lower. All right, so again, grab your straps, position them so they're over your chest, float the knees over the hips, and then from here, we'll extend our legs up. We're gonna lower one leg down, see if you can tap the foot bar, and lift back up while keeping your low back in contact with your carriage. One more each leg. Last two. And one. Good. All the way down. Whew. I can feel all this area of my core really lighting up. All right. So again, last round that we're going to do here, we're doing the same thing, legs up to the ceiling, but this time we're going to lower both legs. And I'd recommend starting with a short range of motion. When we go to lower legs, say we go from here to just about there and lift back up. So again, we're working with like half of our full range of motion. If you can do that for say 3 or 4 reps and your low back stays down, hips and spine stay nice and stable, then I'd recommend maybe you try to go a little bit lower. Otherwise, stick with that first half of range of motion. That's more than enough here. Again, arms are over our ribs. Lock them down, engage through those lats. Exhale, float the knees over the hips. Let's inhale, both legs straight up. From here, take another breath in. As we lower the legs about halfway, inhale, back up. Or excuse me, exhale, back up. And again, if here feels fine, maybe you start to lower those legs just that touch more. But again, keep contact of the low back to the carriage. Last one. And all the way down. All right. So let's put those straps down again. You can take a little rock of the knees, left to right, right to left. We're going to make our way up to seated. And I'd recommend going down to one red spring. We're doing a standing exercise next. All right. Take a little break again as I explain this next one. So this one is going to be familiar to some of y'all, especially if you use the kettlebell. It's kind of like a kettlebell swing. We're going to start on one side. We'll grab our strap. We're going to pull it between our knees. And I want you to stand far enough forward that when we're in this kind of standing position, we've got a little tension on the strap. You can see if I give it a little pull, it pulls on the carriage. From here, we're going to grab the strap with both hands, scoot just that touch bit more forward. Now think here, I'm going to practice real quick to the side so you can see. We're keeping a nice flat back. We're going to hinge back, little tension on that strap here, and then stand up, thrusting the hips forward, again, squeezing into those glutes. So same thing, you're at just a slight angle away from your reformer. You want to squat down nice and low, big breath in, and then stand up, big squeeze between those glutes. Now, if you need, you could go up a little bit and spring here. The biggest issue is if your reformer starts to slide. Mine will easy on these floors. If you're on a carpeted surface, you could probably go up and spring. You could also add a little bit more weight to your reformer to make this harder. We're going up in reps here as well. Big thing, keep that nice flat back, brace those abs as we come up. Good. 5 more. Really drive through those heels. Last one. And all the way down. All right, I'm actually going to scoot y'all back just a touch so you can better see. All right, so from there, we're going to go into a little ab exercise. We're going to mix this into a little bit more of a circuit. Again, you can use your weight here. If you are, we're going to have the weight. I'm starting on the left side, so weight over to the left side. Your left knee will be at the bottom left corner of the carriage. Right hand is going to be in the center of the carriage, about between the shoulder blocks. We're going to bring your right toes back onto the foot bar and grab your weight. Go ahead and lift it up off the floor. Now we're having to use our abs here as we press out. This first round, we're staying static. All we're doing is adding a row here. So it's a little bird dog row, challenging our balance, challenging our abs. One more. And let's set that weight in the center. Start to make your way back down. Now, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Again, you could do this without any weight, just moving your arm up and down. We're still getting ab work there. The weight is just adding a lot extra that we have to balance and use our core to keep us from falling off the edge. So, same thing, right knee this time to the bottom edge of the carriage. Left hand to the center of the carriage. Left toe is going to come back onto our foot bar. Grab your weight and lift it with your right hand. As we press out, then from here, 10 reps into that row. Then drive your elbow to the ceiling. One more. And let's set the weight down. All right, and come all the way down. All right, so again, we're back off to that first side. I'm actually just going to keep my weight on the carriage. Again, that'll add a little bit more resistance as we go back into the strap pull through. So, same setup. Again, strap between the legs. We'll be far enough forward that we have just a little bit of tension on that strap to start. Squat down nice and low, then stand all the way up, driving through those heels. Halfway there, 10 more. Last 5, 4, 1 more. And all the way down. Again, let's set that weight down, or excuse me, set that strap down. We're going to come back onto our carriage. And again, back into that bird dog row. So, left knee to the bottom of the carriage. Right hand to the center. Right foot back onto our foot bar. From here, I'm going to take that weight out to the side, and we're going to add a little press from our leg as we row. And then lower that weight as we come back in. One more. And all the way down. Let's pick that weight up and we shift over. So same thing, opposite side. Right knee down to the bottom corner of our carriage. Left hand to the center of the carriage. Left toes back onto that foot bar. When you're ready, take that weight out to the side. Press out and row and lower that weight. One more. And all the way down. Whew. All right. Let's set our weight back down. Again, I would recommend maybe you drop it on the carriage for that little bit of extra. We've got one more round of that. Quick little break here. Let's slow that heart rate down some. You can see where I was saying earlier about the breaks. We want to try to utilize them so that we can build that energy back up to go another round when we're using this more weight training style reformer programming. So slow the breath. Let's do 3 more. Big inhale. Let it out. 2. 1 more. All right. Same thing this time. Again, be enough forward that we've got a little tension on that strap. Squat down nice and low. Think brace those abs. Drive through those heels to come up. If you want to make this even harder, you can talk the entire time like I am. I probably sound a little tired. That's because this is hard when you're talking. Seven more. One more. And all the way down. All right, let's put that weight, or excuse me, put that strap down one more time with this weight. Coming back into that bird dog row. And again, right into that second variation if you can with the leg press in and out. So left knee is back to the bottom corner, right hand to the center of the foot bar, right toes to that foot bar. Take that weight off to the side as we row up and press out and release and lower down. One more. And when you get all the way down, we'll pick that weight up, put it on the carriage as we scoot over. So right knee to the bottom corner of the carriage, right hand dead center of the carriage, weight in your right hand. Left toes back onto that foot bar. Press all the way out as we row up and release as we lower down. One more. And all the way down. Whew. All right. Let's set that weight down there for a moment. Again, you can grab some water, step off, shake those legs out if you need. All right. So the next one we're going to come into, we get to lie down for a little bit, but I promise it won't be too easy. Let's go up and spring to 3 reds, or maybe you do like I'm doing, you go all the way up to all springs on. Whew. Maybe you're sweating as hard as I am too. All right, so we're gonna come down onto our side this time though for some side lying leg work. And again, this is gonna be predominantly into those glutes because we're gonna work with this turnout the entire time. So once you come all the way down onto your side, scoot your hips back towards the back corner of the carriage from you. Pull that bottom knee in nice and tight. Left heel for me is going to be on the foot bar. And you're going to need to brace yourself on your shoulder block. You got to hold it. Otherwise, you're going to press up between them. It's going to bother your shoulder and your back on this right side. When we're ready, we've got that big turnout. Carriage all the way out and lower down. And immediately, you should feel this left glute here. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good. All the way down. All right. So we're going to flip sides. Same thing. Opposite side though. So again, we want to scoot so their hips are all the way back on the carriage. So hips all the way back. Bottom knee is pulled in. Top heel is on the foot bar. Toe and knee turned out. Hold the shoulder block in front of you with your hand when you're ready. Big press all the way out here. Three more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All the way down. All right. From here, let's come all the way up or turn back to the first side. Got you flipping all around. And let's go to probably a red and a blue. We want to be kind of heavy. We're going to come back into some kneeling ab work this time. I want to grab your strap. So where the dead bug was creating stability of our spine and flexion and extension, the Pallof Press that we're going to practice now is creating stability as far as rotation. We're going to resist twisting to the top of our reformer. I want you to bring your strap to the center of your chest. Again, we're on a red to red and blue. Slowly press that strap straight out. Bring it back into your chest. Think as we press out, we're bracing those abs. Again, we're resisting as we reach out any twisting to the top of the reformer. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And all the way down. We'll place that strap down. Careful as you turn around. Same thing, opposite side. So again, come all the way up. Bring that weight to your chest. Nice and slow for 12 reps. Straight in and out from the chest. Resisting any twist towards the top of the reformer. Exhale and brace those abs as you press away. Last one. And all the way down. All right. Let's place that strap down. And again, we'll turn back to that first side. Put your springs back on. Again, you could be anywhere from 3 reds to I'm on all springs for my reformer. And we'll make our way back down onto our sides. More of that side lying leg press here. Again, hips scoot all the way back. Bring the front knee forward. Turn that top toe and knee up to the ceiling. Hold your shoulder block. When you're ready, big exhale on that press out. And lower down. I'm regretting doing leg day at the gym yesterday because I forgot we were doing leg day today in class. Leg, hips, and abs, I should say. One more. And all the way down. All right. Again, let's flip sides. And scoot those hips so they're all the way back when you make your way down. Bottom knee is pulled in. Top toe knee turned out to the ceiling. Brace yourself on the shoulder block in front. Big press. Last one. And all the way down. All right. So again, let's come up. Make your way back to facing that first side. We're going to go back down anywhere from 1 red, I would say should be your lightest, to maybe go all the way up to 2 reds. I'm at a red and blue. Come up to kneeling. Bring that strap to your chest. When you're ready, slow press out for our Pallof Press. Again, resist twisting to the top of the reformer. One more. And all the way down. All right. Let's put that strap down. And again, we'll twist sides. And if you're close by your computer and you're enjoying this one so far, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really does help. All right. So same thing, facing this way. 12 reps, nice and slow. Exhale, brace the abs as you press away. Last 2 and 1. Good. All the way down. All right. Put that strap down. And again, quick little break here as we add our springs back on. Anywhere from 3 reds to all springs on. Make your way down onto your side. Again, hips are scooted all the way back. Bottom knee pulled in. Heel on that foot bar, toe knee up to the ceiling. Brace yourself on that shoulder block. You got this. Big press all the way out. Last one. And all the way down. All right, switching sides. Ooh. My legs are feeling it, guys. When you're down, again, scoot those hips back. Brace yourself on that foot bar. Toe knee turned up to the ceiling. You got this. Big press all the way out. How are those legs feeling? Are your legs burning like mine are? Hopefully so. One more. And all the way down. All right, let's come all the way up. Again, twist back around to face that first side. Back to our Pallof Press. So either one red and blue, up to two reds. Grab your strap, bring it to your chest. Last 12 reps here on the side. Big press in and out. Brace those abs as we press away. One more. And all the way down. All right, let's turn around. Same thing, opposite side. Grab that strap. Bring it to your chest. You got this. 12 reps on this side. Slow press out, bracing that core. Last two. And one. Good. All the way down. Let's put that strap down. And again, you can sit down, shake out those legs, grab you a sip of water for a little break. And that's going to be it for today's class. Again, we hit heavier weight and springs definitely than you would in your typical reformer class because we're doing more of a strength programming, utilizing the reformer as a tool versus utilizing it as we normally would in Pilates. If you enjoy this style class, I want you to comment more strength Pilates in the comment section below. And if you enjoy the channel and you're learning things, or you enjoy these live videos and the workouts, leaving a like and a subscribe on the videos is always an excellent way that you can help for free. If you want to help a little bit more, consider looking at the memberships and joining the memberships. You get more awesome perks, including more lives with me, live Q&As, and things that they don't get on the regular part of the channel. But that's it for me. I'm out of breath. As always, if you enjoyed this workout, be sure to keep pushing, stay motivated, and train like a legend. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.